This presentation discusses the change control process. A brief summary of the situation. The Meadowview Hospital recently implemented an EHR system. Upon request from a bedside nurse, an IT analyst made a change to a section of the nursing documentation program that unknowingly caused a major disruption in the respiratory department, causing them to lose the ability to chart some patient data. After numerous complaints and phone calls, the change was reversed to its original state. There is a software issue that prevents individual sections at Meadowview Hospital from making preferred adjustments to the patient documentation system without affecting other sections. There is therefore the need to make necessary changes to the system. To prevent this from reoccurring, a change control process must be created to standardize the change process and reduce unexpected disruptions. Rationale for implementing change control process. The primary objective for this document is to provide established standard procedures for managing change requests in an agile and efficient manner in an effort to drastically minimize the risk and impact a change can have on a business operations. The goal here is to establish clearly defined best practice processes to ensure compliance and safety, improve efficiency through the use of automated tools and a centralized data depository, improve communication through automated escalations and notifications, and ensure proper levels of approvals. Also, reduce the risk associated with completing changes and reduce the impact of changes on the IT, the healthcare facility, and patient safety. Scope of the change management process. The intended scope of the change management process is to request for a software update or patch that will provide end users the ability to create or make changes to a specific workstation without causing any workflow disruption in other departments. To do this, you must first develop a request for a change, which is a RFC. The RFC is a formal proposal used to request for a change in the process to either alter or change an equipment or product. In this case, the RFC is a request for a software update or a patch that will provide end users the ability to create or make changes to a specific workstation without causing any workflow disruptions in other departments. Once the RFC is approved, it is submitted to the change advisory board that approves or denies the change request. It is important to obtain the approval from the change advisory board before proceeding. To do this, you must present a solid business case to the stakeholders, address the costs and benefits of the change, and outline contingency plan if needed. Moving forward, you have to build your change management team, which usually comprises of the IT department, employees and users, stakeholders, and project team members. To plan for your change, you need to ensure that you've established a map for the change process. You outline measurable targets and incentives, identify individuals to facilitate or lead the process, identify resources and tools required for retraining, determine the type of change and prioritize the request accordingly, check the release schedule to get an estimated time frame, and fix the planned start and end date. Plan out the implementation activities and back out plans in case of unexpected setbacks. Communication is also key in this process. You want to make sure you inform end users on projected time and dates for the change. You want to provide them with an avenue to address their frustration and provide frequent updates on the communication board. Moving forward, you want to coordinate the implementation. You coordinate with the appropriate technical management team to deploy change. The change manager must schedule and communicate change based on suggested implementation requirement. You must also communicate changes and re-engage with end users. Also, you have to use the forward schedule of changes, which is the FSC, to schedule or communicate to all stakeholders who are impacted by this change. Once change is implemented, you want to go back and review the change. To do this, you have to evaluate the effectiveness of the change, review areas of resistance, and develop strategies to manage it. Prepare or arm leadership with the tools and information needed to help with the smooth change cycle. Recommendations here is to ensure that all work orders go through the appropriate leadership chain. The Chief Information Officer, the Chief Nurse Information Officer, or the Chief Medical Information Officer must be notified of any proposed change to the EHR system, and also appoint approving authorities who approve changes, and document every change as need be. Once this is done, you want to review and close the change request. You have to complete a post-implementation review, which is the PIR, to confirm that the change has successfully achieved its objectives. This completes my presentation.